I'd just like to announce something. For this speech, it's unprepped, and as well as it will be a different kind of speech. So it's not your regular speech. It will kind of make you think more than impress, right? So here we start. If it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you. Toastmasters, guests, I'm here for a reason, and it's a good story. I was in a lecture one day, and I can't remember the lecture, I can't remember the instructor, and I can't remember what was I basically doing. I was just having this one thought in my head, and it was, I can make a speech every day. I can make a speech about this thing that's happening right in front of me. I can make a speech about this boring instructor who's giving a lecture. Well, is it gonna be interesting though? Maybe I can make it interesting. Can I do it actually every day? It will be challenging, but perhaps. So that lecture got me thinking, because that's what you do when you're bored. That's what you do when you're bored. Because, okay, picture this, right? You're trying to study, or you're trying to do work, and just your conscious intent is that you want to do this thing. However, the theater of your imagination is controlled by your unconscious being. So, whenever you want to study, inside your head, maybe you want to watch Netflix. Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Any fans here? All right, we got one. That's good. Maybe you just want a cup of coffee. Maybe it's time for a peanut butter sandwich. You can't focus. It's hard to do that, especially when you're bored. So, for all the listeners that are here today, if you're not interested and bored, I advise you to get up and just go. Because no matter what you're doing right now, your unconscious imagination will just go inside your head and just give you endless thoughts about food, for example. Have you ever thought about that?
Amen.
Gotcha. Right. So, can you make a speech every day? Well, let's head back, right? And let's talk about this for real. Right. Speeches. What's important? Quality, quantity. Quality, right. But you can make a speech every day. So, but why do you make your speech? Why? Because you want to send a message. Do you have a message every day you go to the grocery store? And just think about how many times you have been doing that. Just take a moment, right? Because, my house is in the mom. I can't imagine the countless years I've spent just going to the grocery store, getting a Snicker bar, and coming back. And doing that all over again. And it just, there isn't really any message. It's just a desire that I want to satisfy, right? So, speeches aren't really quantity much, right? It's more quality, because inspirational speeches or inspirational people, for example, Toastmaster Abdul Rahman, he spoke about comparisons because he got a message he wants to reach to you guys, and that's the core of speeches, right? So here's the thing: when you want to make a speech, even if you want to do that every day, you need a couple of things, right? Even if you don't care about quality, but you need 3 things. And you will see people pay you enormous amount of money to do these 3 things. And they're really simple. Well, let me ask you this. Can you think very well? Can you write very well? Can you speak very well? Those are the characteristics of many people, for example, lawyers. That's what they do. They can think very well, they can write very well, they can speak very well. And people would actually go and pay them so much money. So those are the core things of speeches. Because when you're going to give a speech, what you're practicing is, say it with me, thinking very well.
Writing very well.
Writing very well.
Well, thank you. That's exactly it. So, let's go back to the topic, right? Can you make a speech every day? Well, is it quantity or quality? Let's choose quality, right? Quality, what am I gonna speak about? A message. Okay, what's the message? Let's say Snickers is better than, there you go. We got one fan here. Or Snickers is better than Bounty. Or it's the best snack of all time. Well, look at me. I just made a speech talking about Snickers. But here's the thing. If you have a message, and if you can think very well, speak very well, and what was it? Yeah, write very well. Thank you so much. And if you can do these three together, your speech will be more inspiring, more moving, and much, much better. And also, it would be great if you could write a speech every day, but if you're bored, go ahead and do that. Everyone, thank you for listening. That was my speech.